Welcome. I'm Adrianne Vincent, and I'll be teaching a sitting meditation practice. So find a way to rest comfortably, seated in a chair with some support or on the floor. Resting and coming to this moment as simply and easily as possible. And we begin by taking a few easy, full breaths. And notice how we are. Is the breath moving easily? Is it big or small? Sometimes we can't even feel our breath, and that's fine. We just rest and feel what it is to be here, living in this moment, in this body, without adding anything. As we gradually bring the focus to the nostrils and the upper lip, we can begin to feel the actual experience of breath entering the body and leaving the body. Can you feel the coolness as the breath comes in? Possibly the warmth as it comes out? Taking a few moments just to be with that experience. And using the breath as an object of attention, we can also focus on the chest, feeling the breath as it comes in and the response we have to the filling of the lungs and the releasing of the lungs. You can rest with eyes closed or eyes open, and notice, if you can, the lifting of the chest and the releasing as the breath breathes itself. Every time we come back to the breath, it can be different. It can be more constricted or fuller, and no matter what's occurring with the breath, we simply rest, feeling things as they are. And gently now, we can let go of focusing on the chest and drop the attention into the belly. Can you feel the belly fill in the mind's eye with breath and release? And fill and release. And we simply notice how the breath moves the belly. We can use the gentle mental note. In as the breath comes in, creating an object of concentration. Out, out, out as the breath releases. Feeling the belly swell, fill, and release as the breath moves. And now, choose one of these three places, the nostrils and the upper lip, the chest area, or the belly. Where is the breath most easy to perceive? And we rest our attention there, feeling the movement of the breath, allowing that concentration to bring us back to ourselves and to this moment without changing anything, without making anything be different. Simply breathing and releasing, we rest in the breath and the quiet. We may notice sounds arising and passing away in our environment, external sounds, internal sounds, and we let them be. They remind us of impermanence, of how things arise and disappear, and we simply rest, coming back to our breath and breathing. Gently shifting our attention from the awareness of sounds to the mind, noticing any thoughts that might be floating through, any emotions, reactions to these thoughts. We simply observe without trying to change things, without aversion or indulgence in the thoughts. We rest, acknowledging the multitude of varying mental formations that occur moment by moment when we're quiet and resting. It's as if we're resting, lying in a field, watching the clouds move by. We don't grab them. We simply notice the arising and passing away. Thoughts, emotions. And by now you may have noticed the mind has a mind of its own. It analyzes, it catastrophizes, it tries to manipulate any input, whether from our environment or from our own internal experience. Can we let all of that go and come back to this moment, this breath? Using the mental note as a way of helping cultivate concentration on the actual breath, the actual experience right now of this inhalation and this exhalation. In, as the breath comes in, resting, out, out as the breath moves out. Thoughts arise and pass away, and still we rest. And very gently we withdraw our attention from the breath and expand our awareness to resting and being with things as they are. With the mind a bit more settled, we may actually be able to watch as phenomena arises and passes away. We breathe. Steady as a mountain. The storms of thoughts, reactivity, responses can pass by us. The clouds pass by, and still we rest. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Feeling ourselves resting, allowing gravity to pull us into the earth, keep us connected, solid. Emotions arise and pass away. Thoughts come and go. And we rest. These last few minutes, we'll add the sound of Tibetan bowls as a way of hearing sound and releasing it. Staying open, clear and present. This practice is analogous to sitting at the edge of a river and simply watching as the world passes by in our mind's eye. As we learn to give space to whatever is arising within us, resting in ever greater equanimity and balance, we discover an ability to go with the flow of our world, knowing we always have a connection to our breath and a way to return to a simple, quiet moment within. Thank you.